Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at all of the Pokemon that I have completely best buddied up to see what we have going on here. We have things that are completely maxed out and things all the way down into the Great League. So let's go ahead and get started. If you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up. Really does help me out if you do that. All right, starting it off, we have Mewtwo at the top here. It's just a staple that you want because it's Mewtwo, one of the strongest in the game. And we do have a double legacy on this. I did recently put Shadow Ball for the Master League, and it works out nicely. You don't necessarily need that. Obviously, you'll always want Psystrike. As far as that secondary move, it is your choice, but having Shadow Ball can be nice. And then next up, we do have Groudon, which is going to be good for the Master League as well as rating as a ground-type Pokemon here. We do have a legacy, and by the way, of course, Mewtwo's legacy, double legacy, right? The majority of the top Pokemon are going to be that way. Next up, we do have Garchomp, and this is just something you just want in general. Really good up against raids that are going to be electric type, also good up against dragon types as well. And this is a special one because it did come from my son and it turned out to be 100% IV. Let's get it. Lucky. So I do trade a lot between his account and we do get lucky Pokemon quite often. Next up is going to be Landorus Theron form. I'm going to have to say it's one of my favorites here. So this is going to be very strong in the Master League as well as in rating as a ground type Pokemon. It is going to be one of the best to go up against Xurkitree, which we're going to be getting that Ultra Beast raid soon. If you haven't seen my video, check it out. And as you can tell, most of these top tier Pokemon that I do have are going to be 100% IV. I was just checking to make sure we got those tags on those other ones because I'm a little bit OCD about that. I'm surprised I didn't have it locked in there already. Up next, we do have Rayquaza. And by the way, Garchomp is going to be getting a Mega, and I wanted to bring that up. Same with Rayquaza. So you kind of want to go with the best that you can go with when it comes down to these here. It does have a Legacy Hurricane, but I don't have it on it because I don't feel like it's necessary, really. So we're not going to go with that. We're good. Mega Rayquaza hitting things that are weak to flying with Hurricane is going to be crazy. We'll just have to see what it does when it does arrive. Moving on, we do have Dragonite, which this is one where you can probably go with your best Shadow. If you have a 100 non-Shadow, go ahead and go for it, I guess. But I personally would have powered up a Shadow because it just doesn't have a Mega. Therefore, making it safe to power up its Shadow. And same with anything else that doesn't have a Mega. Moving on, we do have Metagross here, which is also going to be amazing. Remember, it does get a Mega. Powering up the Shadow Metagross is still going to be good. Remember, just maybe you don't want to make too many XL ones. So I did go back to make sure. I was like, okay, is that a legacy? Yeah, it is. Okay. So a lot of legacies. And of course, we got the whole glitch, so we have to do it sideways. But Metagross is something you want. I mean, we already all know this. Definitely good. Shadow or regular. Does it get a Mega? Moving on, we have Ryperio, another legacy here. One of my favorite Pokemon because of the design. Absolutely love that thing. And then we have Shadow Lugia here, which is going to be the first non-100%. Well, no, we had a couple non-100s. But the one with the lowest IV so far because it's a Shadow. You get what you get. But I was lucky enough to get 15 in attack. So we're going to go ahead and just go with it. We powered it all the way up to 50. Best buddied it up and it's still doing amazing here. This is going to be an older Mewtwo that I did get to best buddy. We're going to see several throughout this video with horrible IVs. It does have 15 in attack and it is going to be a double legacy with Psystrike and Shadow Ball. So it is going to be good for Master League Classic or something like that. And there's also something else you're going to be seeing throughout this video where I have one powered up to 50 and the one at 40. And that is specifically for that reason, so I can do that. And then we have Giratina Origin form, an absolute beast. I love this thing. Despite it having lower IVs and HP, it doesn't really make any difference at all. I highly urge you to power one of these up if you can. Whenever they do come back to raids, it's amazing. Great ghost type attacker. I think when they do bring it back, we're going to be seeing it with its legacy move on both Giratina Origin and Altered. And then up next, we do have Mel Metal, which is going to potentially get, I'm hoping it gets a community day. I have a 100% level 50 Meltan. You heard that correct. Level 50, 100% Meltan, ready to go. Double Iron Bash is probably the move that it'll get. It's going to be probably stronger or maybe less stronger than Meteor Mash, but requires less energy. It'll be crazy. We'll have to see. Oh my goodness. This is going to be the worst IV on the list here probably. Well, actually, we got others when we get into like the Ultra League and Great League. But it is going to be Community Day, and I'm hoping we get bottle caps one day so we can fix these IVs here. And we'll be looking good. It's still doing more damage than, I mean, a lot of dragons, even with that. hardly surviving. And then, of course, we have Latios, and I'm working on this one to get to XL. I didn't go hard on those raids, folks. It costs a lot of money, and it takes a lot of time that you would think that I would have. Oh, you know, this is your job, right? You can do all the raids you want. No, not necessarily. I got a life to live, and I've got workouts to do, and I got things to take care of on the other end over here, plus editing and all that stuff. It's just, you know, if I wanted to be a skinny string bean, I could probably have all the stuff in the world, but I'm not trying to be like that. So anyways, moving on to the next we have, it's going to call it Gremlin Zurud. So this thing has always looked huge, like in the image here, and I can't stand that mega thing in the back. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just like, why does your game so broken? So I was fortunate enough to get 15 attack in this. I'm not maxing it out to 50 because that requires a whole lot of defitting, which I'm not going to be doing on my phone or my account. If you're not familiar with that, that's basically you're rocking your phone and getting steps. That's how people are getting it. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next one here, we have my prized possession, which is going to be a 100% Conch Eldor. I mean, are you kidding me? And shiny. This is just like right on point. I wanted this thing shiny, and getting 100, I was like, oh my goodness. I did use one of my rare candy XLs to power it up. I'm back up a few more now. I did want to do that because I wanted it to be a special moment. I was like, okay, I'm just going to put this rare candy XL here. I don't know what I'm going to hold on to those for, some sort of legendary in the future. Next, we do have Togekiss. I do believe this one came from Kato. If you're not familiar with her, the Raid Queen, as they call her. So yeah, straight out of Texas here, and it's always been an amazing Pokemon to have in the addition of my fairy types, whether I'm in raids or I'm using it in Master League. It's always a great partner. All right, here's my level 40 Dragonite best buddy. I do keep it at 40 so we can go into the Master Classic, and I don't know, you can't have XL Pokemon there. And I can almost power it up quite a bit, as you can see here. Still need a little bit more XL candies. I can totally get those really fast if I wanted to. It's no big deal, but we're going to keep it there, and we're looking good. Remember, no mega on this, so you can power up those shadows as much as you want. I mean, power up your shadows as much as you want, but I mean, I'm just trying to give you some advice. All right, now this is one of my favorites, my Shadow Snorlax with 10 attack, 15 defense, 15 stamina, and I actually did catch a 15, 10, 15, so better than this one, but hey, I already made the investment, so I guess I'll make that one for the Master Classic. So definitely something you want. Shadow Snorlax, I feel like something everybody should have if you are into PvP. It's going to be good for every league, but I love it in Master League specifically. This Hydreigon is garbage, I know. It doesn't even have its Community Day move. It was when it was first released. I best buddied it up in excitement. It was rare to get. This was back, you know, when they first came out. This is how it goes. So I best buddied it up, and look at those IVs, and we tested it out, which it bring me quite a few views, so we're looking good there. And now we have Beware. And this is a good Pokemon, and I don't regret making the investment. It is a 100% IV, but you're not going to be using this in raids as a fighter, unfortunately. This is a strictly PvP Pokemon. I guess you can use it in raids, but it's not going to be doing the most fighting damage possible. But again, it's also a great Pokemon, and I'm loving the fact that I got the 100. Definitely fun times with it in Master League. Now we have the King of Fighters for now, until we do get Mega Blaziken, Mega Lucario, which are going to take over those fighting spots. Mega Heracross does have counter, so it is going to be outperforming this when it does get that Mega. But for now, the Champ is here, and even when those do come out, this is still going to be the Champ, Machamp, always on top, and it's definitely something you want to invest in. Now we're going to be seeing Blaziken. This is 100% IV, level 50, in preparation for Mega Blaziken, because I'm extremely excited, and I know how much of an impact that thing is going to be bringing to this game as a fighter. Oh my goodness, Mega Fighters are just, it's going to make soloing things a breeze. You better believe it. And taking out raid bosses so much faster with that Mega counter damage, unfreaking believable. So there it is, ready to go. And this one here, so bittersweet. 14, 15, 15 shiny. Well, I'm happy, but come on, couldn't have been in the attack, or I mean the HP. So I best buddied it up, you already know, and we're keeping it at 40 so we can just, you know, we don't need to make it all the way to 50. I already got several of those. All right, now taking a look at my favorite bird here, Star Raptor. We got the level 50, 100% IV. We're good to go. I swept up in Master League with this thing, absolutely dominated, destroyed, one-shotted, and just put in the work with it. It's not like, oh, if you use it in Master League, you're going to destroy. It took a lot of finesse, but we made it happen. Next up, we have Sceptile. I was about to call it Mega Sceptile. All right, we got a 100% level 50 here, ready to go, all best buddied up. And in preparation for its Mega, one of the ones that I'm very excited for, it does have Dragon Claw because it will be picking up a Dragon typing when it does Mega Evolve. So it's going to be going from a Grass to a Grass and Dragon, should be pretty awesome. Next up, we have my favorite here, Venusaur, 100% IV, level 50, it's done. And it's completely Mega buddied up. So it's stage 3 for its Mega. We get max bonuses, of course it's Frenzy Plant. If you didn't have it, then might as well just throw it away. No, I'm just joking. Elite TM it if it's a 100, of course. I'm being silly there. So yeah, we went straight for it. That's the only one that I got stage 3 for Mega. And next up, we do have Obstagoon here, which I do have Obstruct. And after seeing the performance in the other leagues, it's not bad by any means, but I don't know how well it's going to help it in the Open Master League. Don't know if I should have Cross Chop or if I should have Night Slash, but got that Best Buddy 100% IV. Really like it. Unfortunately, it's not a shiny because this shiny is just probably one of the best around. Next up, Mega Houndoom. A lot of these, because they're 100% IV and they have a Mega. So since this one's 100 and it has a Mega, we went ahead and went for it, completely maxed it out, level 50, and we're good to go. It does come in handy in a lot of raids that do, revolve around being weak to dark. All right, moving on, we have our Cloyster. Since we do have that Mega logo, we're going to go ahead and just back out. But Charizard's up next, so it was pointless to even do that. Why did I make this? Well, because I needed it to, one of the requirements for getting to 50 back in the day, right? You got to power up 3 Pokemon to 50. So this was the one that I had candies for, being that I am in Alaska and the Cloysters are very readily available all the time. So we have that. Next up, we do have this Charizard Shiny here. The IVs aren't the best, but they're not the worst. And we did Best Buddy it up just because it's Shiny Charizard. And this is the best IVs I do have for that one there, for the Shinies. And now we have Gengar. I do have a way, it's like a 15, 15, 14. Completely maxed out, but I do have this one Best Buddied up because it is the shiny, and I just went for it. I got really excited when the Megas came out and everything, so we just go ahead and go for it. Doesn't have any Legacy Community moves on it. We just got Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball. I can change those if I want because you can currently pay to win for those Elite TMs right now. So it's kind of funny. Blaziken, why did we skip over that? Whoa, what? Oh, because that was my other Blaziken. Okay, yeah. Another Venusaur. Okay, we're skipping over those. Those are before the ones I had. Getting excited. Shiny forms maybe. Lucario, horrible IVs. I know. It was when it was rare, and I just went for it. It's garbage IVs. I get it. I'm going to be working on my shiny, which also doesn't have the best IVs, but it does have at least 15 in attack. Mega Lucario's coming out, so you may want a good one. No date. I'm just saying. One day in the future. Now we do have the Drapion here, which it's right under 2,500 when I Best Buddy equip it. This one is 24.99 when I Best Buddy equip it. So we don't have, and a lot of these too were before XL candy, so they were right at 40, and Best Buddying it up was just perfect. So I could have invested the XL candy in these, but it just doesn't, I don't need to. Same with the Scrafty here. When I do equip it, it is right under 2,500 CP, so we're going to be looking good for that as well. Some of these aren't necessary, but it's like whatever. And now we do have this. Now, this is in preparations for Primarina's Community Day because I know we're going to be getting that obviously in the future. This is a 100% IV. And there are a few Pokemon that I say you should just go ahead and make now and just go ahead and use an Elite TM later. And Primarina is definitely one of those. If you do have a 100, go ahead and max it out. It is good in the Master League if you do have those candies. But if it's not that great, don't worry about it. Don't evolve it. Wait until this Community Day. That one's definitely solid. This one's just garbage. I don't know what I was thinking, what kind of project this was. I think it was definitely before level 50 Pokemon. So I think I was just having a little fun in the Ultra League with this before we can actually make them to 50. So there's that excuse or explanation. And now we have this Dartrix here, which I'm waiting for its evolution for its Community Day. So definitely don't want to evolve that here. We are working on powering it up to 50, but I haven't quite gotten all the candies to completely max that one out yet. Still need a few more to go. And now we have Mawile. You already know, 100%. This one is going to be purified. Do believe we have a return on it. I don't think we'll want to keep it forever, but I definitely wanted to just hold on to it in case we did test it out in the Master League or whatever the case may be, whatever league. when it does make it evolve. So yeah, got that on standby. You already know we have to. And now Shadow Mawile, the mascot of the channel, the one that just sweeps through teams, but then can get walled extremely hard, but also just take out teams really fast too. So the story behind this Mawile here is we were out, I was eating with my son. I actually caught it the day before we're actually able to TM away shadow moves or frustration. So that was just perfect timing. It was literally meant to be. And then we do have this Sableye here. Again, another one that I can equip to just go right under 1500. Then we got Pacharisu, 100% IV. There we go. We got some good stuff going on here. Extremely exclusive and rare. You already know I'm loving this prize here, but it does need something else other than just electric moves. It leaves it dead in the water up against ground types. And we have Slowpoke. I could power this up some more. Got plenty of candies. We're like, how many XL candies do we have? Way too many. All right, almost 1,000. Yeah, definitely. But it's not about the candies anymore. It's about the dust that it's required to power them up. And now we have Bellsprout, the one that triggered the most idiotic fool on Twitter to come and attack me. Gosh, some people, man, they got nothing else going on in their lives. They got to look at my best buddy, Bellsprout, and they got to get triggered because, well, they can't keep up with the grind. You know, I'm just powering up things like nothing. Like, you know, those things that they're going to spend that Stardust on legendaries, I'm spending it on Bellsprouts. Bring it on. So yeah, this is just a fun project. And this brings us to our last one here, which is going to be Sileo Wobbuffet. And unfortunately, I do have a better IV now, and that is the bad part of being a little hasty and powering things up before you wait. But how much waiting are you going to do before you power it up and start having fun now? You know, you could be waiting 2 months, 2 weeks, or 2 years for that thing that you're waiting for, and you'll never be able to use exactly what you wanted to use because you're waiting. So just have a little fun. So there's my collection of best buddies, folks. Level 5. I will be showing you on the side here in just a moment my level 4 buddies that I'm currently working on. Some of them I just stopped. Like there was a Conch Eldor, the first one I got, and then I got a better one, and then I got the Shundo. So I was like, I'm not working on those anymore. But I'm just showing you some of my favorites here that we do have. Of course, Mawile, Blaziken, Sceptile. I'm not using this all the time because they're not super meta. They're just some of the Pokemon that I enjoy and I'm waiting for those Megas. And that's why I did work on them as those projects to power them up all the way. So there it is, folks. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for your new notifications on. And I'm going to keep you up to date on what you need to know. And remember, we're going to be getting those Ultra Beasts. My Landorus Theron is going to be putting in that work. I just got it to Best Buddy. It was really fun working on that in Arizona, seeing that I was in the desert too. It's pretty funny. And taking a look at some of the ones that I'm actually working on right now. There you go, onto the side here. And yeah, I kind of just slowed down on a lot of them. I'm just like, haven't even tried in a while. And another trick too, if you're wondering, like, how does that person walk so much? I don't know, like, because it's not difficult. Like, they get a rocker, you rock your buddy to get those hearts for your distance, and that's how you do it. I mean, yeah, it's as simple as that. There's really no. Well, they could have worked on them legit. I mean, I guess, but I've been around for a while, and I see things, if you know what I mean. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!